Alright. Welcome back to My Dress Up Darling, Anime Review, episode number 7. Yes, 7. We're reviewing episodes 13 and 14 for the series. 13 opens up this weird, it's like, wait, am I watching every anime? Where the style looks very similar to Spy X Family. I'm guessing about this. I'm sure the open house sequence must work on the same people working on Spy X Family because it looks like Spy X Family. Well, as these three girls who basically try to kill this other gangster, which, by the way, these girls who voices these three, well, we have, well, the main bunny girl, Arzia. She's voiced by Megan Shipman in my 30-second series I've heard read. Then there is the red-haired girl, Kagura Kamori, voiced by Brian Apparel, and Amagi, who's voiced by Tina Bauer, who's in I think it's the 32nd for her. Yes. There's also their boss, Luna, voiced by Michaela Kuntz. The boss of the casino is voiced by Christopher Guerrero, and the young boss is voiced by Rika Vajaro. Also, fun fact, basically, Rika Vajaro basically has the second most amount of series I've heard him in. Because, of course, basically, I do. On Chris Guerrero, he's up to 27 now. Oh, and in case you're curious about this year, well, this is only like 1, 2, 3. This is only like the 5th series I've come across with him this year, which is interesting. Yeah, last one was, I kid you not, was actually trapped in a dating sim. Yep. Which I find that so interesting. Chris Guerrero, on the other hand, well, last series I came across him was Camp for Cooking Number on a third scale, and there's also Firene as well. So this is only like the 3rd series I've heard him in. And then afterwards, basically, we see that this anime watched by Gato. By the way, his grandpa is not in this episode or the next one. Not sure why. We barely see his house in these 2 episodes. So it's like, oh yeah, Mari wants basically to get the bunny outfit, of course. And she's wearing a slightly different outfit than she did the previous season, where she's now wearing a sweater. Yeah, so, and of course, then she's her friend Noah, and then they go off their own thing. He makes the outfit. Of course, they have this thing of like, oh, gotta keep it up and put little ribbons underneath, basically, thanks to the shop one they run into. And then she puts on the outfit, and they go to, well, well, this is kind of interesting though. So instead of going to a cosplay event, they just dress up for Halloween for this thing, and he puts on a bunny suit. Yes, and they go karaoke. By the way, this is kind of weird, where when the episode ends, it leads directly into the very next episode. Yeah, and this couple guys there, apparently I forgot she actually does know her, Mari. And who are these 2 guys? These guys are Hakuro and Mambu, voiced by Basper Rosp and Connor Allison. I have no idea who these 2 people even are. No, seriously, I have no freaking idea. Hakuro basically tries to touch Mari, but luckily enough, basically, Gojo stops him, and apparently he works at the same model agency, and he's chastising her for what she's wearing. And then later on, basically, we find out she gets sick. Yeah, we see that she gets a cold, so she doesn't go to school. So Gato just prepares for some, basically fakes being sick to go home, takes care of her a while, and then her friends show up, and of course, basically, well, they might find out he was lying about being sick, so he hides up in the rafters of her apartment, and then he gets sick. We don't see him in bed per se. And then later on, you see her wearing a Suzaku outfit, a Punishment Cafe outfit, where she runs into her friend who's a photographer, like, oh, you're not wearing panties? Oh, he's wearing shorts. And Then they just happen to come across a girl who's looking for something. All by with this girl turns out to be a guy cross-dressing. Now, you probably going to be asking in the comment section, have I seen a male cosplayer cosplay as a woman? Yes, I have. It is quite baffling to say the least. Because imagine you see Harley Quinn and she's got facial hair. Yeah, I'm not really sure why, but sometimes guys like to cosplay as women, as female characters. I get the fact that we like these characters, but it just looks kind of, well, the case this guy, he's pulled it off thanks to glue gluing the bangs on his face, but this guy pulls it off, so you can't really tell. Other people, it's just like, yeah, it's easy to tell this is a guy in this suit. Yeah. I think I've seen it like once or twice, but mostly put basically guys usually dressed up as male characters and women dressed up as female characters. But it's very rare. I see. Now, you might be asking, have I seen a woman dress up as a guy, a male character? Off the top of my head, no. I've seen many cosplayers. I know one person who's done some cosplay, but she works at Home Depot now. But as far as I can tell, when it comes to seeing people in cosplay, me personally, I have ran into a couple. I saw one at Choki Expo where someone cosplay as Momo from Dandadan, which the outfit looks like it's very easy to dress up at. Just basically put on some random stuff and poof, you're Momo. Yeah. But, yeah, and of course the episode ends kind of weird note, because the episode is called, 14th called You Quit Boobs. And that's what they say at the end of the episode, because apparently that Mari is interested in seeing boobs, probably fake boobs per se, because of course he put on fake boobs for his outfit, for reasons per se. It is kind of an awkward ending, but that's just kind of how it is. Yep, so yeah, that's particularly a particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. I will see you all later for more reviews, My Just of Darling, along with reviews for news episodes of Case Closed and Ranma Half. Still, the rumor is, in the case of one of the anime that premieres on Saturday, which is My Hero Academia, the suggested release dates for that, not confirmed by Crunchyroll yet, but the suggested release date is going to be next week, the October 18th. It's possible, okay? So yeah, I will see you all later in the morning, okay? See you. Bye.